I hear gargling. It's so strange. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's crazy. What is that? Good. Oil is good. What's that? What's that said? What are we doing right now? Check out last week's episode for a little bit of up-to-date information. See you guys in a second. So I would say there's no real easy way to get into this tunnel. There might be other ways that I don't know about right now, but not easy. Well, I think we're about through, guys. I'm gonna try to get a screwdriver and pop this bad boy. Yeah, I can see the tunnel. I can see the clutch cable. That's cool. Guys, we have a light. Let's get a camera in there at the front. Oh, that is so cool. So that's the front of the tunnel, guys. I wish I could give you a better scope, but that is it. Pretty cool. Hey guys, it's Jason with JWClassicVW and welcome back to the show. Let's go sit down over here for a second so we can talk about what is going on today and what we're doing. So what are we up to today? We're going to go ahead and finish up the fabrication on the little cover plate for the inspection window that we put inside the tunnel. If you didn't check out that video, do me a favor and check it out here. After that, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of foam padding for the carpet that's inside there. I've been wanting to start that installation, and let me show you guys that real quick. I looked all over Amazon, which I use Amazon for most stuff because I'm an affiliate with Amazon, and I found this boom mat. And this is supposed to help out with both heat and keeping cold air out of your car. I got this kit here. Like most things that I try out, guys, it'll be linked in the description below if you're interested in checking it out. So I'm gonna see how much of the floor area I can cover. It's pretty nice, it's thick. Let's see if I can show you guys how thick this is. So it's pretty thick. And I think it kind of resembles the original material that used to be underneath the carpet kits. And you can buy this stuff too from anybody that sells the Volkswagen carpet, but I got a good deal on it on Amazon, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. So time to take out the passenger side seat and get back to work on that. But first I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get the holes drilled for the inspection plate cover. So let's go ahead and mark out these holes that we need to go ahead and drill. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 on each side to help hold it in position. I decided against all the frame stuff because, well, this is just crazy, man. And I'll use these for something else at some point. Maybe I'll just use it to practice welding on, who knows. But we don't need that. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep this cover simple because honestly, that's probably what you guys are gonna do at home anyway. And let's not overthink it because, yeah, I'm known to do that. So we've got roughly 6 inches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which we need 2. That makes it pretty simple. So we're gonna go 2 inches in on each side. So at 2 inch and 4 inch on these lengths. This is a different length. So, but 2 inches and 4 inches, that's pretty easy. So there's that. Let's see how long this is. This side. See, it's an oddball. 5 and an 1/8. 5 1/8. But a cool thing that I saw on a friend's video or a fellow YouTuber's video is a cool way to get your lines where you want them to be, right? So it'd be cool if it was 6 inches long, right? Because it'd be easy. So if you take this back, way back, I'm gonna see if this works. To 6 inches, right? And then you square up your 2 and your 4, because now your angles are gonna be correct. You should be able to get your lines the way you want them to be based off what the guy showed me for the shortcut secret. So let me bring you down a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. So here's the trick, right? So we have this odd number because this side is just a little bit different length. It's a little bit past, 5 1/8. So to get the lines lined up where we want them to be, you just take this back. This is such a cool hack, man. You still got to line up your corner, right? But then you just take this to the 6. And then you can take like a square or a straight edge. And in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and use the square that I already have. Square this up with the 4. And this is a small panel, small little piece that I'm using this hack on, but it should still work. Square up to the edge, right? And then I'm on 4, I think. Back, there's 4. Oh, crap city. My first time doing this hack. And then you don't have to do any crazy calculations. And this is from Rob Stapleton and his channel. And you guys should really check that out. I'm going to go ahead and link him down in the description. They do some great stuff over there when it comes to fabrication work. And if you guys are interested in any kind of fabrication stuff, you definitely need to check out their channel because they've got a really awesome shop with some pretty cool tools that I wish I had. Dang it, stop moving. It's a little tricky, I guess, to kind of get everything lined up the way it needs to be. And maybe the math's not so gee whiz for some people, but anytime I can use a trick to make life easier, I'm all about it. I have this Sharpie, but it's on its last leg, but I want to mark the spots that I have here. So you guys can see them better. And now all I should really have to do to get this line across is just use my square. That's what's great about a square. As long as you got a straight edge that you know that you got straight. This is using some woodworking skills to do some fabrication stuff. Okay, so now we have a general idea of where the holes are gonna be. We just need to get how far in they're gonna be. And I'm thinking something like maybe, half an inch. Yeah, I'm thinking that should work. So let's go ahead and just do half an inch in on these. So there we go. And you can spend as much time as you want to really kind of perfect how this is, or how you've got this, your holes. But, guys, it's all a matter of you on how crazy you want to get with how perfect things are, right? Radio. Okay, so now I've got all my holes drilled. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it over real quick and clean up the back side. Because you know how you always get that kind of dirty side on the back? I don't like that, so we're just gonna go ahead and go real quick and clean up all these. It's real fast. Okay guys, that turned out pretty good. Got all the edges rounded off. There's a little roughness here, so I'm gonna take a file to it real quick and just kind of clean up those edges. Then we're gonna take it into the car and mount it kind of in the location, or mount it, just kind of put it in the location where it's gonna be covering up that inspection window in the tunnel. And then we need to mark our holes, which I will be using a center punch in there for that. And then we got some holes to drill and put some rivets in. After that, actually kind of like in between that, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with a couple coats of primer. I need to clean it up first because it's kind of gross. I'm gonna clean this up really good, hit it with a solvent, a couple coats of primer, and then a couple coats of gloss black, and we should be good to go with the cover for the tunnel. So stay tuned, we're about to do that right now. All right guys, so I pulled back the carpet and we're back in the tunnel again. And you can see that I've already, well, hold on a second. It's getting dark. Get it light again. You can see that I've already, cleaned up the edges here. I cleaned up these edges and painted the metal so that it wouldn't rust right in here. So that's important to do because once you put the cover on here, you're not going to think about this area. So you definitely want to make sure that you paint this. So same thing's going to happen. I'm going to drill my holes and then I'm going to go ahead and paint those holes, kind of like paint in the area that's rough metal before I put the inserts in. So first thing we have to do though is see how our cover fits and see what kind of curvature we need to add to it. And right now, it definitely needs to have some curvature added to it. And it looks like just a little bit, not too much. Okay, so I've got my shape pounded out into my panel here. And what I use is a piece of pipe in my vise. And the first thing I did was the first bend is along the center line. And it's the biggest bend across the bottom. So I just took the pipe, lined it up where I needed it to get that shape, leveled off my plate a little bit, provided some heat, and then commenced to beating it across the side a little bit, which gave me the initial bend here, which honestly I probably didn't need the pipe to do that. I probably could just use the vise, but it worked out well. And then I took my vise, because I needed across the top, I tightened down across the bottom here, and then just pushed on a little bit, moved it either way on the vise, and then finished up the curvature that's provided to the plate cover. Now let's go over and check the fit at the car so I can show you guys how it looks. And I'm gonna show you kind of how this fits now. Fits just about perfect. And that works for me right there. And now we have the basic idea of what the inspection cover is gonna look like before it's painted. Now I need to go ahead and space off the bottom a little bit, and I'm just gonna use one of my magnets to space that off and mark my hole locations. So here we go. That should be good. I'll put the magnets across the bottom, see if that can help hold it a little bit. Probably not. I got a scribe I'm gonna use to help mark my hole locations. Oh, it moved. Dang it, it moved. We don't want it to move. see what we got. Well, that'll work. So now I know where my holes need to be. Shaky, 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 shake the can. It's time for a little bit of primer, guys. Self-etching primer from Rust-Oleum. You could probably use whatever you want to, but this is what I'm using. First coat. This stuff dries pretty quick. So let it dry up a little bit, put a second coat on. And that's all I'm gonna do is 2 coats of primer. Should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a little drill bit, a smaller drill bit, something fairly tiny to use as a pilot bit. So it's pretty small. Size is this. So small it doesn't have any writing on it. The only thing you have to be careful with this is snapping the bits, and I've had that happen a few times. So take your time and just let the bit do the work, really. It's a lot easier to do this than to come in here with a center punch and try to use that. Cool. So now we have pilots drilled in all around there. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Now we just gotta open it up for the rivets. Go grab one of those rivets real quick. All right, time for a little bit of cleanup and paint. And this is the gloss black touch-up paint that I'm using. It's a fast drying 2-in-1. You can pick this up at pretty much any auto parts store, and it works great if gloss black is the color you're looking for. Okay guys, I got the everything painted. I'm gonna take you in closer so you can get a better look of how that all turned out. There you go. Looks a little better, see? And it's all painted around there. I gotta get inside the tunnel and clean out the debris that's in there, the shavings and stuff. But, yep, we'll let this dry up pretty good, and then we'll go ahead and put the rivets in. And then the cover, once I get that finished. So the cover is out here drying real quick, or as quick as it can. Yeah, see, it's already looks like it's ready for a second coat. This primer is like I don't know, looks like the color of Goose almost, without the glossiness. So let's go ahead and put a second coat on here, and then get it ready for the gloss. So, second coat of primer is on, and it is drying. So once it finishes drying, or even, you know, gets to us in a few minutes, I'll be able to start putting on some of the gloss black. So cool. 2 coats of primer, self-etching primer, and then off to the races on the gloss black. Okay, so I've got all of the rivets in except for the last one, and I thought I would take you guys along with a ride for the last one and see, you know, maybe I can get you guys a decent angle. So you can maybe see what's going on. It's pretty difficult, but we'll see what we can do. Here we go. So you just stick it in here, and you gotta make sure you hold pressure against it. and then you crank it down. But with this one, you got to go in there and tighten it down. And what you're doing is you're pulling the inside against the the inside of the rivet is collapsing against the metal. And yeah, you do it till you can't do it no more, and you're gonna have a pretty decent grip to get it done. And that's it. That's it. It's all the way down. Loosen up the tool. And now what you got is you've got threaded inserts, which adds strength and make it a lot easier for when you got to remove this panel multiple times. And it also helps out if you need to do this for something else. You know, there's so many different applications for threaded inserts that it's pretty much whatever you guys need to use them for. And there we go. And then I'll come back around and put in all my stuff with my cover. And I think I'm gonna put some washers on here too, just to help a little bit. But yeah, that's it, man. Well, the cover is about done drying. We got some runs, guys. But it's one of those things where like no one's gonna see it, so I'm not super concerned about it. The paint was more just to protect the metal, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time to dry, another 5-10 minutes, but looking good. I'm gonna start cleaning up and finishing up the carpet stuff too that I've been doing. So yeah, that looks pretty good, other than the runs. Oh well. So as the paint dries, I figured I'd go ahead and lay out some of the carpet, what I'm going to be doing on the inside for the floor insulation. As you can see, if I were to go this way, I'd have a whole lot of waste. So what I'm going to end up doing is just going ahead and going this way, and then I can get that, I can get this. I could probably get the whole floor done with this just one sheet. So conveniently enough, it is in white. And white works out nice because I can draw on it. Maybe. I'm going to take the Sharpie I have here, which is just about all it's really good for, and draw the outlines. And this is cool because you can do your shapes and what you need ahead of time, right? So there's my passenger side. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out all the floor mats just so that I know, because there might be some sort of shape difference. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, back at it. And I'm glad I took a look because, of course, the driver's side's different because it's got the pedal assembly over there. So just line this up real quick. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, a little extra in some areas might not be a bad idea because of just the way these carpets were made. This is a kit that I got from SoFine, which their seat covers are pretty nice, but this is kind of like, I guess, their cheaper kit for the carpet. And yeah, I can tell. So I'll probably be replacing this carpet kit eventually, but hey, it gets it done for now. This really doesn't have to be as long as it is, but I do want it to be a little bit wider just because of the way that it's made. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to give myself a little bit more room on this side, and then just trace my line down on the other side. Cool. This right here on this side, we want to go ahead and have a line that extends up through, and I'm just going to carry it when I cut it. Carry the line through when I cut it. Same way on this one. I want it just to be a little bit longer. About an inch or so. Carry it down through. And there we go. Now I just got to cut it out. I'm just going to use my metal shears for that because those things work great for stuff like this. These shears. Maybe they've dulled out. I'm cutting other crap. This is pretty thick, though, so you definitely want to have some sharp shears to do this with. That worked out pretty good. And that's the extra, so not a whole lot of extra. And you might need to do a little bit of fine trimming once you get up in there, but for the most part, it should fit fine. And I guess we'll find out here in a second, huh? And I was talking about this one. You want to follow your line here, and then just take it past straight up. Cool. And now we'll cut out the floors, the front floorboards. I'm kind of curious how much better this is going to improve sound deadening. But it's definitely thick, so I would think that it would be considerable. And what I want to do is actually adhere this to the bottom of my carpets that I have. So I have some contact glue that I'm going to try to use. And it should do the trick. I think I have some extra around here. Maybe. Might need to go pick some up. So what I'm talking about is for the driver's side, for instance, I would like for this, and I believe that, yeah, like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it to it, just to add the extra insulation layer to it. And then when I pull it out, it'll pull all this out. So that's kind of cool. Where's that glue at? So this is the contact glue that I use. You can pick this up at any big box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. I don't know, Walmart might have it, I doubt that, but contact adhesive, this works great. You spray a little bit on both sides, and then you press it together. So, to demonstrate, oh yeah, you want to have some ventilation too, and you have to shake it up a little bit before you spray it down. And I haven't used this in a while, so we're about to find out if it's still bueno. Oh yeah, works good. It's a nice thin layer. And you just want it to get kind of tacky before you put both sides together. And remember, this side right here, we're going a little bit higher, not all the way down. And we'll just let it dry up a little bit. Doesn't take very long, probably about 2 minutes or so. And then you're ready to go ahead and bond the two together. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this one real quick, because it should be good now. To go ahead and apply. And once you got it on there, it ain't coming off, just so you know. So don't try to take it off afterwards, because you're gonna have a struggle. And I'm not trying to make it perfect, but you just go across it, just apply even pressure. And there we go. One done. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go see if I can put this in the car. First, I'm gonna trim this first, just a little bit of extra off to the side there that, yeah, we don't need that. Where's my scissors? There they are. My shears. Now I've got the expensive floor mats. Cool. There we go. Good. Let's stick it in the car. Oh, we got the cover. It's pretty dry. Pretty dry. Meaning dry enough. Let's go ahead and put some screws in here and see what we got going on. Because I'm just super curious. There's one. And I'm already digging it. Already digging it. Looking good already. And don't forget, as always, with any kind of hardware screws, put everything in loose first. Don't go crazy tightening stuff down yet. All right, guys, and there she is, all buttoned up and good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my carpet stuff back in, but that is gonna do it for the inspection window. Turned out really well. Let's see if there was anything I would do differently. Probably not. It's strong. Holy crap, is it strong? So it's definitely gonna be fine for any kind of structural issues that may have, arise from cutting this inspection window into the tunnel. This is definitely going to hold it together, and yeah, I'm happy with it, and it should work fine. So let me go ahead and get the carpet back in here. Let's get the seat back in, and we should be good to go. I've already got the back piece in here with the insulation on the bottom. I like that stuff. It's definitely, I can tell already that it's made a huge difference in the sound and the quality of the matting for the car. So let me finish putting this back together, and I will be right back with you guys to go ahead and do the outro. All right. Well, guys, that is going to do it for today. I hope you guys learned a lot about tunnel inspection windows and how to install your own. If you have any questions, make sure you hit me up in the comments below. Join the Facebook group, and there's all kinds of support there. Don't forget about my Instagram, and also, I know I'm forgetting something, Twitter. I never use that, but I'm on Twitter too. If you have any questions, don't forget, I also have an email, so you can hit me up there privately if you so desire. Hey guys, that is going to do it for today. I want to thank all of you again for joining me on this inspection window installation or modification to the tunnel so that we can go ahead and eventually get this new fuel line installed, which it is still the plan. We just got to come up with that fundage, man. And time and motivation, because it's going to be a pain in the rear end. We also went ahead and did some extra added layer of insulation for the carpet kits that I have inside my car, which should help out quite a bit with any kind of road noise. It's not that bad, but I thought, why not? We'll go ahead and do this while I got the interior kind of semi-torn apart. So, once again, guys, I appreciate all of you. All my new subscribers, all my subscribers have been here from the beginning. All my subscribers are here now. You guys are great. Wouldn't be able to do this without you, and that's it. Looking forward to the next one, guys. I will see you then. This is Jason with JWClassicVW, and I'm out.